that stuff like this is plain and simply wrong. I'd like to apologize for the frustration and confusion caused last week with our patch updates, which resulted in not only a server outage, but also adjustments to the in-game economy, which were made without a clear explanation to our community. There is no confusion surrounding the intentions behind this. You wanted to maximize profit by compromising the integrity of the game and by taking advantage of players, by exploiting your customer base. The only confusion is why on earth would a studio that has such a legendary track record tank their reputation and flush it down the toilet in one day by implementing something they know will get tons of backlash, doing something they know is wrong? Well, the answer to that: simple greed can make one do very stupid things. The statement continues, we know that this is not the Gran Turismo experience you expect, and we will be making a goodwill gesture in the form of a non-paid credit pack of 1 million credits available to those players who may have been affected. You will see this hit your account shortly. Make sure you log into the game before April 25th to claim the credits. So 1 million credits, that's roughly $10 worth of microtransactions, and while that will net you some of the lower to mid-tier vehicles, when it comes to higher-end vehicles, the coveted vehicles, which cost 3 million credits, more even in some scenarios, with some of the legendary vehicles costing up to 20 million credits, 1 million suddenly looks pretty meager. It's really not a whole lot in terms of rewards. Is it better than nothing? Yes, but it's still, in the grand scheme of things, feels kind of stingy. The blog post then attempts to provide an explanation and excuse behind the adjustments to the in-game economy. The patch update previously deployed was intended to rectify an issue with inconsistent reward payouts within a part of the World Circuit events, but to reestablish the intended equilibrium and provide more accurate rewards based on time investment and completion, it was necessary to recalculate the reward system as a whole. That is such BS. The version that reviewers played, where the rewards weren't nerfed, they had a good time with that version of the game, and that's the version of the game that players and customers didn't get, since after launch you decided to change up the in-game economy with a post-launch patch that you obviously knew would be received negatively based on the fact that you kept it hidden from reviewers and only released it after the reviews gave you those glowing reviews. What they really mean by inconsistent reward payouts is payout that was too generous for their monetization goals, for the amount of money that they wanted to rake in through its live service schemes. What a whole lot of BS alleging intended equilibrium when all the patch did was throw the equilibrium off completely. Now, the blog post does outline how they plan to increase in-game rewards after the complaints. We'll be rolling out a considerable patch in the beginning of April. The number of events will be increased, and we'll reestablish the reward system with greater balance throughout the game to benefit all players. And among the elements that will change come April include increased rewards in the events in the latter half of the world circuits by approximately 100% on average, addition of high rewards for clearing the circuit experience and all gold, all bronze results, increase of rewards in online races, include a total of 8 new 1-hour endurance race events to missions. These will also have higher reward settings, so just across the board, increased rewards and more activities to be able to partake in order to earn the credits you require to purchase vehicles, which is the main draw of the game. We'll see once the patch is implemented what a long way it goes to rebalancing the game so that the rewards earning rate feels fair. Now, here's a bullet point that really gets me. Another plan is to increase the upper limit of non-paid credits in player wallets from 20 million credits to 100 million credits. Hold on a minute. You're telling me this whole time there's been an upper limit when it comes to how many credits players can hoard? It is specifically highlighted here, upper limit of non-paid credits, which means that you can purchase an unlimited number of credits, but you cannot store past 20 million credits before, which has now been increased to 100 million credits. The fact that an upper limit exists at all for how many credits players can store, specifically the credits you earn in-game, but no such limit exists for paid credits, goes to highlight how much more they want to emphasize players paying their way through this experience rather than having fun and playing their way through the experience. Yes, there's a substantial increase, but fuck off with any upper limit fuck off with any upper limit at any given time, which should hopefully make it easier for players to find the vehicles that they desire. The blog post then outlines additional patches coming between now and the end of April, which will add new cars and course layouts and make some other fixes which have been highlighted here. Some near-term updates that they're working on, which don't have an exact release date yet, include increase the payout value of limited time rewards as we develop as a live service. Develop as a live service. There's a phrase that always gives me a bad feeling. Further World Circuit event additions, addition of endurance races to missions, including 24-hour races, addition of online time trials and awarding of rewards according to the player's difference with the top ranked time. And finally, make it so cars can be sold. Oh yeah, that's another thing. On top of exorbitantly increasing microtransactions prices and exorbitantly diminishing the progression rate and the rate at which you earn credits in the game, coincidentally, it so happens that in Gran Turismo 7, you cannot sell your cars, at least at launch. Cars at